It's important to use the right size compressor. The minimum size would be a 4-gallon, 1 horsepower compressor. This one that we're seeing now is a 10-gallon, 2 horsepower. The smaller the compressor, the more frequently it's going to run between firings, and the slower you'll be able to operate the nail gun. The larger the compressor, it's able to keep up with the air volume needed to power the nail gun. Pressure settings when using a floor nailer are critical. The compressor you choose should have 2 pressure gauges. One that identifies the pressure that's inside the tank. So it may read 125 to 135 psi. And then the second gauge regulates the pressure out of the tank to the nailer. Our guns are designed to run on 70 psi to 110 psi. Depending on the hardness of your wood and the length of your fastener is going to determine how much pressure you have to operate on. So what we suggest is adjusting your pressure down to roughly 80 psi, and you do this by simply turning your regulator until the gauge starts to move. So you adjust it down to 75, 80 psi. Then take a piece of sample flooring out into the middle of the room and test fire a couple of your fasteners into the wood that you're going to be installing. If the nail countersinks or is flush in the groove of the wood, then the pressure will be okay for the installation. If not, simply come back to the compressor and turn the knob clockwise and adjust the pressure gauge up, and then retest your setting on the nailer.